Yo, what's up, ladies and gentlemen? This your boy Chris Thorns. Welcome to another episode of No Bullshit News. Let's get it. Yo, what's up, everybody? It's your man Chris Thorns, and we have my boy back, brother DJ Smooth, aka DJ C House Lord, aka whatever you want to call this brother. And those of you know us well, this is my host, or one of the best hosts that I think anybody can have on a platform, radio show, or whatever. And I can't be more than happy to have this brother ride with me. We talking about a brother all day. We both be dead tired. And I say, let's do a show. We both build up enough energy to do a show. We talking about a brother that I just ask him for a donation. He doesn't ask any questions. He'll just send it. He just say, I got your back, bro. That's what we supposed to be about. And that's what this man means to this platform. Before he even did not one donation, this man brought a great aurora, if I'm saying that right, aurora, to this show. Everybody has grown to love this man. Everybody has grown to respect this man. So, ladies and gentlemen, my man is back, brother DJ Smooth. Man, how you doing, man?
I'm doing fine, man. It's still like recovering from this cold, and once again, man, I appreciate everything that you're doing as far as the show is concerned, and also bringing me on as your co-host. And I'm more than happy to be able to help out in any way that I can, because
now to a major twist in a viral story.
Everyone needs to be able to support one another, and at least put out something that's good and something that's positive. But then at the same time, we need to address the issues that plague us as a community and as a family. And if anything, man, it's like I want to be there to at least be able to help out, And once again, man, I appreciate all that you have said about me. And it's not really about me; it's about the show. But I'm so glad, and I'm blessed and thankful to be here, man. And I appreciate it.
Yeah, I appreciate it. So, brother Smooth, I brought to your attention about the 6-year-old boy who got bullied. So they have taken a news clip down of the one he first alleged that he got bullied. So let me read to you. Well, I sent you the article, but we'll read it for the audience again to refresh their memory. And audience, I will put the link in the description box for the first video about this. If you haven't seen it, go see it. It had a lot of views on it, and it had a lot of thumbs up on it. So don't know much longer it may be up. But I know now on the news, they have taken down a news clip of what caused all this ruckus. But anyway, let me read this to y'all. So if y'all remember this story, for those who saw it, it said a 6-year-old boy in Washington State needed emergency surgery on his eye after he said his children at his apartment complex bullied him. Carter English said he was attacked by a group of children when he confronted them for bullying his friend. He said they beat him with rocks and sticks and rubbed sawdust in his eyes. He ended up with a broken arm, along with cuts and bruises across his face. Carter said he's scared he would be attacked again. They were just bullying him and beating him up. I just told them to stop, and then they did it to me, Carter said. Police said they are investigating the incident and have found the 5-year-old who they say started it all. The plan is to get social service involved, authorities said. Ladies and gentlemen, and including you, brother Smooth. Now, what if I told y'all that whole story was fabricated? What if I told y'all that? Well, as pain as it is for me to do this, because I feel like it kind of hurts my credibility in what I do. Come to find out, ladies and gentlemen, this story was a whole hell of fabricated. So let me switch this screen back over again. And not only will you see this, you're going to hear it with me and Brother Smooth. And all of us finna hear this for the first time. So, ladies and gentlemen, listen to this.
Now to a major twist in a viral story. Remember this 6-year-old Washington State boy? His family said he ended up in the hospital after standing up to bullies. Well, it turns out that boy made the whole thing up. He suffered the broken arm and cuts to his face after falling, not from bullies. Investigators say they are not going to charge the boy for a false report due to his age.
Wow. Wow. Wow, wow, wow.
Wow.
Brother Smooth, this disturbs me. This disturbs me. And not really because I did the story and kind of find out the story is false. This disturbs me because a lot of people look at me as an advocate for kids because I speak hardcore about when things happen with children. I speak real hardcore about it. And I'm passionate about when I'm speaking about kids because I feel like this society is not a good place for them with all the fuck shit that's going on. Society is not being friendly to them at all. All right? So, to hear this young man or to find out that this young man is 6 years old to fabricate a story so horrible, you have to ask, what's really going on here? I'll pass the mic to you, brother, and let you speak your mind on this because I'm flabbergasted about this. But go ahead, brother.
All right. Now I received the mic from you, and you better get ready because in this case, I'm gonna hardcore a little bit myself.
All right.
In this day and age, knowing that things are going as bad as they are, one of the things that is disturbing to me also is that knowing that a story like this and bullying is being fabricated right now. Right now, it's going to be hard for anybody to believe anybody's stories these days. Knowing that how serious bullying is and knowing the ramifications of bullying, now we have to call into question people's character, about how stories are told, what's actually happened. Mm-hmm. And it's a shame that it has to come to this because, yes, as growing up, us as kids growing up, because we've told a few tall tales in our lives. Let's just be honest. Mm-hmm. But nowadays, it's gotten more serious to where kids are dying at an early age because of this one subject. But now when we come up with a story like this one to where it was told at bullying place, all for it to be found out as a fabricated story, very disturbing. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I thank God that I never had to worry about bullying. We have to look at those who have faced bullying and who are not here anymore because of bullying. Right. And now we have to ask ourselves, can we believe these stories now? Excuse me. Excuse me. We have to ask ourselves, can we believe these stories now? Because now it's being to the point where like kids are telling stories at an early age to where like now we got to figure out if they're telling the truth or not. Mm-hmm. It's a sad thing. And if anything, this is not going to be a good look because you have to look at it to where this could do damage down the road for those who actually go through. And then now there's a possibility that they may not be believed. And more kids will die from this. It's a shame. It's ridiculous. But now we just have to look at it and say, you know what? We have to really be thorough. We have to really discriminate a lot of things now because these days you don't know what to believe. Mm-hmm. And now we have to also ask what's going on at home to where this took place. And you have to look at the parents now.
Yeah.
What are you teaching your children? Are you teaching them to lie? Is there fear going on to where you have to say something to this magnitude so that what really happens at home doesn't get out? This is serious. And unfortunately, I don't think it's going to get better. It's probably going to get worse. And I'm done.
And you know what? And I agree with you when you say that, because you actually just had somebody recently did die from bullying. The young man committed suicide.
Yes.
He committed suicide because he came out and told his peers that he's supposed to be gay. Now, I don't know what a 9-year-old would know about being that way, but it is 2018, so we just don't know what's what. And like somebody on here named Reverend Kenneth, I guess they just listening right now. Reverend Kenneth, if you want to speak on this, you can raise your hand and I'll bring you in. Thank you for coming in and watching, and you are welcome to stay as long as you want, if you're listening. And I thought that was sad too, because what the mom said in that story, that he told his mom that I'm gay, and he kind of curled up, and she said to him that I still love you, and which that's fine, because that's still your son regardless of what, of course you're gonna still love him. But my thing was, I feel like she could have took more measures into that, meaning when he said that, he said, just listening, if this your first time on Talk Show, I've been on Talk Show for a minute, bro. Yeah, I've been on Talk Show for a good minute, I'm just glad they finally upgraded now. So he said he just listening. Okay, cool. Sit back and listen, bro. Like I said, raise your hand anytime you want to talk, brother, if you want to join in the conversation. And thank you, and welcome to the show. I feel like she could have done more. And what I mean by more, when he said that to her, I feel like she should have been at that time and say, what, son, first of all, I want to tell you, you're my son, and I'm going to love you regardless. But we need to have a heart-to-heart talk about what you're saying. You may be feeling like that, and it may be a possibility that you may be feeling like that. But I need to talk to you about how society looks at folks in that manner. I need to talk to you. I need to talk to you about how society treat a lot of folks in that manner. So I understand you may want to come out and let the world know, but by you being as young as you are, it is not the right time to do this. Please, son, listen to me. This might not be the right time to do this, because your age, kids do pick on other kids. And the only reason they pick on other kids, because like I always, and I can't stress this enough, kids make fun and mark and pick on things they do not understand. Preach. They make a mark. They make a mark and pick on things that they do not understand. And that's why kids that's why kids do what they do. They not intend to harm people. At least not in my book. But now you got some now, they learn violence. They will do the violence that they have learned. But that's mostly teenagers. But getting back to the story at hand, we'll say that for another show. But getting back to the story at hand, this young man right here, 6 years old, has learned the art of cunning and making up false accusations, saying that he got jumped. Not only that, he said he got jumped, that he was a 5-year-old that started everything. Now, I said in my video, if a 5-year-old got that much power, that's kind of odd. That a 5-year-old can have that much power to get a gang of people y'all age and jump people. That's irregular to me. Not saying it's not a possibility that it can happen, but they're just irregular to me. You know, so as I did the story, you know, I tried to just tell it like it is, you know, but still in the back of my head, I'm like, you know, I don't know, man. I don't know about a 5-year-old. I say because a 5-year-old can damage a boy that bad with a swole up eye where he had to get surgery and a broken arm. That's a grown ass man. That's not kids. Those grown ass men.
Yeah, that's a kid. That's you know, if anything, it's a kid. So
right.
If you think about it, you know, kids hurting themselves at a young age like that, yeah, something's not right with that story at all. Just something is just totally off. Because kids like around 5, 6 years old, they're not really worried about fighting or anything else like that. Yeah, they pick on each other, and yes, kids are cruel, but to that extent, something's not right.
Exactly. It's not, brother. And you know, and now I have to question the mother in this. My first question is: you said you came home. This is what you saw. Well, what was you doing? Who was watching your child? All right, that would be my first question.
Yes.
My second question would be, what is your part in this? You know, did you tell him to fabricate this story, or did he totally do it on his own? I mean, what are we missing here? What are we missing here? Because this is just downright outrageous. It's downright outrageous. Now, let me read the article. Maybe the article would tell us a little bit more of what's going on here. So, and I think we still got Brother Kenny still listening. So it says, Olympia, Washington, a 6-year-old boy who was hospitalized on August 22nd. After the boy and his mother previously had claimed he was standing up to a group of bullies, fabricated the story. The Olympia, Washington Police Department said in a news release. Investigators said the injuries to the 6-year-old boy were from a fall and not bullies. The injuries sustained by the child are the result of a fall which occurred at the apartment complex on the date in question, not an assault. Olympia police said a news release Thursday. As a result, there are no suspect of any age. The police department added appropriate social services have been notified to ensure that the continued welfare of the child involved. It was previously reported that the boy had a long list of injuries, 2 fractures in his elbow that may need surgery, a large cut in his eye that requires surgery to repair, multiple hematomas to his head, and several scratches. Debris and pieces of rock were pulled out of the injured eye. And doctors had initially told...
my God.
I know, right? And doctors had initially told English he might lose it. A GoFundMe raiser was also set up to help with the boy's medical expenses. That fundraiser, which has reportedly raised $45,000, has since been deleted. It's not fair. My son was trying to do the right thing, and he gets hurt like this. The boy's mother said there's no reason for it. The mom claimed her son saw a child being bullied outside the family home and told a group of kids to stop. The group of about 6 or 7 kids started attacking him with rocks, sticks, and rubbed sawdust in his eye. She had told multiple media outlets. I just instantly flipped out, the mother said in the interview with KOMO. Wow, man. You know, back in our day when we was growing up, if we was to go to tell adults that this happened to us, they would tell you to point out where it happened at, or they'll tell you what the kids' names is, and they ask us where do they live at. What our folks used to do back in the day, they would go to that person's house. They would ever sit down and talk.
Yep.
They would never just sit up there and just
Mm-hmm.
take a story for what it is. They want to get both sides of the story back in the day. But that was back in the day. We in 2018 where no matter what a kid says, we instantly take what they say and run with it. And that's what this mother did.
Right.
She took what her child said and ran with it. And now gonna find out her child fabricated the whole damn thing. And not only that, I think a friend of hers was the one that set up the GoFundMe. And they shut it down. They shut it down, which I think they should have shut it down. Because now, like me and you said,
Yes.
but not like you even said, because now we are questioning now how much involved was the mother? Was this all was a game to get someone to feel pity for you, and so you can get some kind of financial gain? Because think about what you said now. He had surgery on his eye. He got a hair surgery on his arm. That costs money. So one of the things that make you go, what? And Brother Kenny said bullying is still a problem even more. Yep, it is. Bullying is still a problem.
Yes.
And it's a major problem. And it's a major problem when you lying about it. That's the major problem.
Yeah.
That's the major problem.
Even worse.
Go ahead, Brother Smooth. I'll pass the mic to you, man. You want to speak about this because everything is in question in this now.
Right, and I received the mic from you. And in this case here, let's even add to the mix. A GoFundMe was put into the mix. Now you had to take it down because guess what? All this is more like it's a hoax now.
Yes.
And like you're saying, it's like, we talk about the credibility of when we put out the stories about when things happen. Now, this, as far as credibility is concerned, is practically shot.
Yes.
And to what our brother said, bullying is really out of control right now. Now, this could go even further and get worse as time goes on because just of one story, that's not a true story.
Yes.
We have been, like, I'm glad that you had mentioned about back in the days of us growing up, and a lot of people who are our age or less, as soon as we told a story, parents are asking questions first. They're not taking it at face value, just like you said. They're asking tons of questions, and the truth, 99.9%, is going to come out.
Yes.
Whether we tell them first, or if we go to the parent's house of the kids that's bullying, and it comes out there. It's going to come out either way. What do we always say? What's done in the dark always comes in the light.
Yes, sir.
That's just a fact.
Yes, sir.
Now, granted, the question that's going to be asked now, what or where were the parents when all this happened?
Thank you.
And I'm calling out both. I'm calling out mother and father. I got to call them both.
Mm-hmm.
You're hearing from the mother, but where's father at? Because you know the father's going to tell exactly what's going to go on unless he's hiding something as well. But unfortunately, as you and I and everyone here knows, it tends to be that there's no father in the house when a lot of things tend to happen. And usually when they're not in the house, when these things happen, usually bad results happen. It's just a fact.
Right, because you remember they said they had to take out pieces of rock out of his eyes. So what the hell? You know what's
So
really
question,
going on?
How far down did this kid fall? If he's got rocks in his eye going on, something really bad must have happened. But he's not telling it, or he's afraid to tell it, because that's a serious injury. Where if you got rocks in your eyes, that have to be removed to where like he may lose his sight in his one eye.
Right.
Something really bad happened. But we don't know what's going on.
Right. So all of this needs to be questioned about her whereabouts, where she was at, or not even that, or question who was your son in the care of when this happened. Or could it be a possibility you did this to your son yourself? We got to think about that too. Could be a possibility that you did this
Definitely do.
to your son yourself. And again, could you have done this for a financial gain? I mean, who knows? But shout out to GoFundMe for taking it down, because now that you find that the store was fabricated, she don't deserve their money. All right. Now until the truth comes out 100%, and if the public, society feel like she needs their money to pay for the expense bills, then hey, y'all go back and donate back to it. But I believe after this, you probably lost a lot of respect from folks, you know. And I don't know if I give you the benefit of the doubt, say you really didn't know what was going on and your son fabricated this. I just don't know, you know, because this is 2018. We got a lot of people who's liars and deceivers, including the parents, and that's where a lot of this stuff starts from, the parents, because they lying and deceiving. And like I always say, you know, kids mock what they see, they mock what they hear. So they see mom and dad doing it, guess what? They're gonna start doing it too, because they think because mom and dad doing it, it is cool for them to do it as well. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is my update to the video about the young man. I apologize to y'all for the first video. Shout out to the people who have sent me this story to do an update to let me know that it was fabricated. He said, you are invited to join me Sunday nights at 8 p.m. here on Talk Shoe. My podcast is Nation Talk, to talk issues. I'm going to have to write that down. Nation Talk. Do I got a pen here? You know what? I can email it to myself. Hold on. And y'all, who I'm talking to right there, we got a brother by the name of Reverend Kenneth in the building. And he's listening to me and my brother Smooth talk about this story. I'm going to get this information that he's sending to me right now. I'm going to email it to myself. Yeah, let me email it to myself. And he said he talk about issues too. So, hey, it's always good to listen to people and possibly collab with people. So, Reverend Kenneth. He said his talk shoe is Nation Talk. And his ID number will be 55519. Alright. And he says he does it on Sunday nights at 8. What's your time zone, Brother Kenny? Because I'm on Central. What's your time zone? But then y'all, YouTube, you know, Facebook, whoever gonna be listening to this, yes, this is the update to the story that I did earlier. The story was fabricated. Again, I apologize to y'all. You know, I didn't know, but shout out to everybody who has sent me this story to let me know that it's fabricated. And my man DJ Smooth is back in the business, so man, we're gonna get this ball back rolling with me and him doing shows. And y'all mans, hey bro, like I say, Brother Smooth is back. Brother Smooth, you got some departing words before I shut the recording down? Brother Smooth. Brother Smooth. Okay. Brother Smooth, you talking? I can't hear you, bro. Okay. Yo. Yo. Y'all, again, thank y'all so much. And catch y'all next time. Peace.